you see me getting schooled by a bunch of freshmen in a race. Either way, here we go. It's so hard to wrap your head around the end of anything, especially when it's such an important part of your life. I couldn't attempt to put into words all my experiences across country runner for burnt nose. Looking back on it now, I'm thinking the same cheesy thoughts that every senior's been spewing out for the past 5 years. Man, this whole thing went by so fast. Cherish every season you have to run. I'm gonna miss the pasta parties. I'm gonna miss the whole team, and I'm so thankful for all the friends I made. It's weird because all these thoughts are mine now. I'm standing up here slightly broken now that all of this is over with. Sure, running in college would be great, but there's nothing in the world can compare to a muddy run through the woods with Coach, or all the long-standing and weird traditions we have as cross-country runners. It's going to be weird to run somewhere, someday, and not have a bellowing voice behind me saying, "Reach!" or "Arms!" After we won sectionals, Coach pulled over the 8 of us going to states and began to talk about what we'd be doing for the next weeks of practice and how that would go for us. He ended his talk with saying that he was the least important part of our team, or how he at least tried to be. In that moment, I noticed something about Coach, how someone could be so humble and so soft-spoken, yet also be the most influential and important part of a team. Saying Coach Button isn't important in cross-country is like saying Batman isn't important to Gotham City. Coach has led Burn Hills runners to 17 cross-country sectional titles, and he still wants to think of himself as being less important than the runners on his team. Coach is not simply the most important part of our team, but he is the team. He is the daily. Not only has Coach brought on a continuing legacy of winning that cannot be forgotten, but he's doing it with a personality and humble greatness that makes him a legend in himself. I don't know where I would be without Coach Button's leadership, but there's no way I would be standing here as proud as I am to be a captain of the Burn Hills Boston Lake cross country team. So, from the bottom of my heart, Coach, thank you for everything. This speech can't just all be thank you, so let me take you for a walk down memory lane. It wasn't long ago that I came out for cross country in 7th grade. I was just some skinny, average runner with glasses and chicken legs. Looks like over 6 years, all I did was get a prescription for contacts. But back to my story. I was greeted by a 7th grader that had to be 6 feet tall, a team full of skinny giants, and Reed Lewandowski. Now, I used to think that I was fast in elementary school, and thought because of that, cross country would be a breeze. Within the first group warm-up run, I was struggling to keep my heart beating and maintain stride at the same time, while the older kids were playfully chatting away far in front of me. I quickly learned what it meant to be slow, and even if I wanted to think of myself as fast, I would have to be faster than a 6-foot man-child of a kid. I actually used to tell my dad I would never be able to come close to that man-child. And he told me, someday you will. Someday finally came. This year, Gavin and I were attached to the hip through almost every race. When he got injured partially through the season, I was actually worried if I'd be able to run without him. Either way, through the course of my 6 years, we became closer and closer together in times as well as friendship. Even though I might not be as big now as that 6-foot man-child was in 7th grade, I can gratefully say that cross-country brought Van and I together, and I have one of my best friends because of it. All right. My parents are just the bomb. It takes a lot of effort on both of their parts to drive to all of my meets. Well, almost all of my meets. Feds. In all seriousness, they've been putting up with me since 7th grade, and I'm so thankful. Even though I try to act cool out there, I was listening to my mommy's voice out in the chorus, and I'm really glad that same voice will be making the trek out to college races next year with me. My family's been so supportive and inspirational, and I'm so happy they've been here for me. I know she isn't here right now, but I want to thank my grandma for coming to my races and screaming for me. This amazing woman once checked her day planner to see if she had anything planned for the day of one of my races, and she said, "Oh, I have chemo at 9 a.m., so I'm definitely going to be able to make your meet later." As I stood there in awe, she smiled and treated it like it was no big deal. So thank you, Grammy, for always coming out to see me, no matter what. I'd like to also thank the track club for all of your hard work and just putting everything together and making this team possible. I'd also like all the parents that have been driving my lazy butt around for all these years to these faraway meets. So thank you for that. Lastly, it's time for me to get to the team. You see, I've been dreading this part of my speech because I have to put this into words. So here goes. Cross country does something really special to kids when they get to 7th and 8th grades. It takes these cool and normal dudes from every friend group and turns them into one weird clique. This year alone, there are enough inside jokes that I could be up here for well over 42 minutes. I just want to go on record here and say that this team of freshmen is going to go on to do amazing things. It has been a different experience to be the captain of such a young yet incredible team, and I'm really glad I had the other two captains to go up here and do this with me, so thanks for that. Soon, Rouse, Scott, and Kevin will be heading off to college, and the team will be left in the overly capable hands of the boy genius Michael Shawn. And Lou. So, good luck with that, you guys. Now for some personal goodbyes. To Jack Test, keep doing you. The world will love you for it. To Aiden, I'm sorry about all the gluten jokes. To Tyler, don't touch anyone else or you might catch the stress fracture. To Evan, I really hope that someday you'll find your phone. To Nick, I hope someday you'll lose your phone. To the Smashers, keep, oh yeah, wombo comboing. And to our warm-up group, try to keep tradition alive. To everyone else in between, thank you. Thank you for making my cross-country career so memorable and amazing.